In today's world of rapid self-improvement and personal development, coaching has exploded into a multi-billion-dollar industry. Coaches are hailed as the new guides to personal and professional success, offering insights that promise to unlock potential, foster growth, and transform lives. From life coaching to business coaching, to programs embedded in corporate learning and development, L&D, it seems there's a coach for every need. However, behind the glowing success stories and the promises of transformation lies an unregulated, often unaccountable industry where real harm can be done, harm that is too often ignored or swept under the rug. The problem of accountability. Success stories hide the failures. One of the most significant problems with the coaching industry is its lack of accountability. Unlike licensed professionals such as psychologists, doctors, or tradespeople who are held to strict standards and ethical guidelines, coaches often operate without oversight. In fields like therapy or medicine, if something goes wrong, there's a system in place to address the issue, ensure accountability, and protect clients. In contrast, coaching has no such safety nets. When a coach's methods fail or cause harm, whether financially, emotionally, or psychologically, there is often no recourse for the client. The only real measure of success is the testimonials, usually positive ones. Negative feedback is frequently stifled, whether by the coaching organizations themselves or through the unspoken pressure clients feel not to speak out about their bad experiences. As a result, the industry only showcases its wins, leaving a significant gap in understanding the full impact of these programs. Success stories are cherry-picked and polished, creating an illusion of effectiveness that masks the potential for harm. The lack of transparency about negative outcomes allows these programs to persist unchecked, continuing to affect participants who may not have the same positive experiences. Those who feel uncomfortable or even harmed by coaching are often left with no avenue to express their concerns, lest they be seen as resistant to growth or unwilling to improve. The issue of limited skill sets. Coaching expertise at the heart of the coaching industry is another critical flaw. Limited skill sets. Many coaches undergo quick certification programs, ranging from just a few weeks to a few months. These certifications often rely on superficial understandings of human behavior, with methodologies like neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, and neurosemantics forming the backbone of many coaching approaches. However, these methods are not backed by rigorous scientific evidence, and their application can range from mildly effective to outright pseudoscientific. The problem here is that coaching often masquerades as a form of expertise, when in reality, the training that many coaches receive is nowhere near the depth required to address the complex issues they claim to solve. Coaching certification is far from comparable to the years of study and supervised practice required in professions like psychology or counseling. Yet, many coaches position themselves as capable of handling the same level of emotional, psychological, or professional challenges that these more established fields address. This gap in training becomes particularly dangerous when coaching begins to overreach into areas where real expertise is required. Without a deep understanding of human psychology, trauma, or even the ethical implications of their advice, coaches can easily do more harm than good. By using superficial techniques to reprogram thought patterns, some coaches may push their clients to adopt unhealthy or unsustainable approaches to life's challenges, all under the guise of self-improvement. Pseudoscience as practice. The appeal of unproven methods. The coaching industry often relies on pseudoscientific practices to bolster its credibility. Techniques like NLP are prime examples of methods that sound scientific but lack strong empirical support. While NLP claims to help individuals change their thought patterns and behaviors through specific language and visualization techniques, scientific studies have failed to validate its effectiveness. Despite this, it continues to be widely used by coaches as a central tool in their practice. The appeal of such methods lies in their simplicity and promise of quick results. Clients, desperate for change or improvement, may be drawn to these techniques, believing that they have a scientific basis. But without rigorous, evidence-based approaches, coaches may be leading clients down a path of false hope or even emotional manipulation. For example, in corporate L&D programs, Coaching techniques like NLP are often introduced as ways to improve communication, leadership, and personal growth. While the techniques may seem harmless, they can quickly turn into emotional manipulation, pushing employees to adopt new thought patterns or behaviors without considering the long-term impact. When these methods are applied not just in the workplace, but also in personal lives, two entirely different dynamics, the risks become even greater. The cult-like atmosphere, compliance over authenticity. Many coaching programs create an environment where dissent is not welcome, and this can be particularly damaging in a corporate setting. Employees may be expected to participate in coaching-based L&D programs, often under the implicit threat that not participating or not embracing the methods fully could affect their career progression or standing within the company. This creates a cult-like atmosphere where questioning the effectiveness or ethical implications of the program is discouraged. In such environments, employees may feel pressured to conform, suppressing their true thoughts or discomfort for fear of being ostracized or penalized. This dynamic prioritizes compliance over authenticity, leading to a workplace culture where only the success stories are celebrated and the real, nuanced experiences of employees are ignored. When organizations push programs that blend personal development, the lines between work and home life can blur, creating even more opportunities for harm. Employees may find themselves adopting ideologies at work that don't align with their personal values, all while feeling unable to speak out due to the potential negative consequences. The need for accountability and ethical standards for the coaching industry to be genuinely effective and safe. There needs to be greater accountability and a commitment to ethical standards. This includes independent oversight. Just as doctors and psychologists are held accountable by regulatory bodies, coaches should be held to similar standards. Independent oversight could ensure that coaching practices are evidence-based and that clients have recourse in the event of harm. Transparency and outcomes. Organizations should be transparent not just about their successes, but also their failures. Negative outcomes should be acknowledged, and clients should feel safe providing honest feedback without fear of reprisal. Limits on scope. Coaches need to understand the limits of their training without the expertise required to handle complex emotional or psychological issues. Coaches should refrain from overstepping into areas better suited for licensed professionals. Ethical training. Coaches should undergo rigorous ethical training, understanding the potential for harm and learning how to navigate difficult situations responsibly. While coaching can provide benefits when done correctly, the lack of accountability, limited skill sets, and reliance on pseudoscience presents significant risks to participants. As long as the industry continues to operate without proper oversight, the harm caused by ineffective or unethical practices will remain hidden beneath a veneer of success stories. For the coaching industry to truly serve its purpose, it must embrace transparency, accountability, and a commitment to real expertise, ensuring that it does more good than harm.